Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor, Ron Burgundy. Champ Kine Sports. Rick Tamlin Weather. And your reporter in the field, Brian Fantana. It's Channel 4 News at 6 o'clock.
Our first story today, a Channel 4 exclusive. His name is Nutty the Squirrel, and he's 3 years old. How about that? That squirrel can water ski. Now I'm gonna throw it over to Champ Kine in sports. Champ?
Thanks, Ron. Thank God I didn't miss the day this was filmed, or I would have had to have Matt Hamill voice me and be turned into a poorly animated cartoon. Anyway, back to the sports news. Our first sports story is about guerrilla warfare. For those of you who don't know, guerrilla warfare involves an unorganized militia fighting for their freedom in order to rebel against the Spanish. This mostly takes place from the woods. However, the group also does unorganized acts of rebellion. Many guerrillas are Cubans from the concentration camp who escaped and are angry about their treatment. We take you now to our live action shot of the guerrillas. In other sporting news, Commander Kim Johners, a crew member aboard the U.S. Maine, is going for a world record of most consecutive hacky sacks. This is all taking place right in the boiler room of the U.S. Maine.
Go.
Hi, my name's Kim Johners, and I got bored working in the boiler room here in the U.S. Maine, so I figured I should break a hacky sack world record. Sadly, we do not have a hacky sack. All we have is a stick of dynamite that I got from the armory. So I'm going to break the record using this dynamite. Stop. On the head. Reverse. Reverse. Oh my God.
One local athlete has been showing off his diving skills. We bring you now to our live coverage of
Brandon O'Connor in the pool.
That's it for sports news. Back to you, Ron.
The Spanish still refuse to leave Cuba after the Monroe Doctrine has been issued. And for those of you who don't know what the Monroe Doctrine is, here's Brian Fantana live in the field.
I'm here at the Monroe train station where, as you can see, there are lots of trains just, hanging out here. There.
Mr. Fantana.
Oh, doctrine. Trine. Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
The Monroe Doctrine was issued by President Monroe in order to deal with foreign affairs, particularly the Europeans in South and Central America. The doctrine was America's way of making themselves seem stronger than they are by telling all European nations that they must get rid of all their colonies in the Western Hemisphere, or else the U.S. will go to war with them. I'm going to throw it over to Brick Tamlin with weather. Still having your charity golf tournament, Brick?
No, too many people died last year. Well, anyway, today's weather in Cuba has a low of 97 degrees. Also, very humid, with a 90% chance of malaria. Be sure to wear that bug spray to keep the mosquitoes away. Now, 97 degrees, my friends. That's really hot. Now, I know I always make the same plea every year at this time, but if you have pets and you're going to keep them locked in the car all day, in this kind of heat, make sure they have lots of chew toys and roll up the windows all the way. That way, heat cannot get into the car.
Thanks, Brick. We now go live to Brian Fantana, who has gained access into the Cuban concentration camp. Brian, how'd you get there so fast?
I took the train. I'm here inside a concentration camp now where the Spanish are holding Cuban citizens while they try to steal resources from the surrounding area. The Cubans have recently learned that the Spanish don't even have the right to stay in the country anymore because of the Monroe Doctrine that caused the confusion earlier. They're starting to get sick of these poor conditions, and now I had the chance to talk with some of the campers earlier. Yes.
There's so many merit badges ranging from canoeing to shotgun shooting to rock climbing. They've all presented their own difficulties.
I was also able to talk to some Cubans. Now, what's the situation like here, sir?
Que yo estoy aquí porque me gusta todo lo que a él le gustó. Mando besos. Y que se cuida.
How are you feeling today?
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Antonio. Este es mi primer video y el motivo de este video es de mejorar mi acento español al vos criticarlo.
Good report, Brian. Wow. This burrito is delicious, but quite filling. Brian seems to have gone from the concentration camp all the way to Havana Harbor, where the U.S. Maine is docked.
I'm here at the harbor with our exclusive 24-hour coverage of the ship. The Maine is the most state-of-the-art ship to date. It cost about $3 million to build, and I'm pretty darn sure there's no way it could ever be. Oh my God! Now I'm getting an official update. There seems to have been an explosion of some sort. I can't really tell. There's too much fire in the way. President's saying that Spain did it, and we need to fight them, even though they paid us lots of money to keep out of the war.
Good report, Brian. We now go to Brick Tamlin with an urgent weather update. Brick?
Residents are advised to be aware of flaming pieces of boat falling from the sky.
Thanks, Brick. Fun fact of the day to end this newscast. Cuba was first discovered by the Germans, and it was named Cueva, which of course in German means hot pot of coffee.
I don't think that's right, Ron.
I'm sorry, champ. I was trying to impress you. Now, from all of us here at Channel 4 News, we would like to say, you stay classy, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.